vibrancy. If I'm walking more because I don't have a car, don't I deserve a sidewalk? Like, shouldn't it be easy for me to at least get to the bus stop if that's what I'm gonna do?
I think a lot of the structure just wasn't set up right. Even when it comes to districting, how they set stuff up and they move stuff around. It's a lot of stuff that the citizens don't know what to fight for, but they'll just go out and vote for whatever. And I think that it's time that either some clean politicians, well, we gotta get that into play. And also we need to start being in more depth of the bones, the structure, the district lines, the this to that, so we can understand how we truly can impact our community.
Yeah,
well, you're answering the questions that are coming to you very fairly and very nice. I mean, for what we're looking for as growth in this community and for as leadership. I think a lot of times people have tend to want the big mouth, the loud, I have a dream, you know, and I don't think you quite have to go there to get results.
Well, the talk is cheap. One of my mentors says, in politics, you either want to do something, you want to get something done, or you want to be somebody. And I want to believe I'm here to get something done. Actually, I know I'm here to get something done. If I want to go feel special, I can go back to the Mardi Gras lands. I can skip around a tiara all day long if I want to feel important and special. I'm here to get something done. There is nothing glamorous about being on the city council. You're calling in potholes and drainage issues.
Yes.
Like, you literally are talking about sewerage as much as you're talking about anything else. But it is complicated, and the more you know about an issue or a process, the better you can try to solve the problem. And if the citizen knows more about the problem, you can't stop them. Ella Baker said, strong communities don't need strong leaders. If the community understands everything and they have the vocabulary, they can speak truth to power. And I gave you the short version of how I got into this position, and that goes back into my longer story, is that I was on the MPC for a year and a half, and when I wasn't invited back, I started writing for Heliopolis. And I like to believe that I was trying to break down complicated processes and policies so people would know how these things affect their day-to-day life. Well, me and some friends started a group called Reform Shreveport, and the main thing there was implementing, like, doing projects that show people how these things work and how they don't have to wait for permission to get involved in the community. And the better vocabulary someone has, the faster you can get where you need to get in the conversation. Because what I've noticed is city councilmen are real quick to be like, oh, well, it's really complicated.
Yeah.
In other words, I don't have time to talk to you about this. Maybe I understand it, maybe I don't. Either way, I'm not getting into this with you. So good luck with that. And now you are no longer empowered as a community member to actually do what you need to do to improve your community. What we're missing right now is a generation that's been told to wait their turn, that aren't at the neighborhood association meetings. They're like literally work, home, take care of the kids, cook dinner, and turn the TV on. It's
true.
And it's hard to be involved, but it's even harder when the people who are at the table don't even let you sit at the kiddie table. You know, that's kind of where we are right now.
Well, I think that a lot of times when they talk in this I call it political language, to kind of disguise what they're doing or to cover up different things or to deceive the public so that they won't understand things, which they do a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
You'll wrap a bill around 20 other things that you want to get done, but the one specific thing that you want to key to the community is, we're going to do this for you. And they're like, yeah, let's vote for it. But they didn't read the entire bill where it says, we're going to give them this, we're going to give them that, we're going to give them this. Yeah, we've been talking about your job and what you do and everything else, but a lot of times people don't know you. And then when you got in the office, you had people that thought this, thought that, and everything else.
Had no idea where I came from.
Nothing. And then the DUI came.
Yeah.
So, tell your story. Tell it. Because see, the thing about it, I hate this. I hate when things happen and people just automatically, oh, I knew it. See, it was, they automatically jump to conclusion. Your turn.
I haven't talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm still on probation. We finally got that started back January, February, for a few more months of my probation. I made a mistake. I overestimated my capacity, and I tapped a car. And the one thing I can say is that the damage underneath my car doesn't match the little bit of a scrape on the top of my car.
Wow.
So it's like whatever happened in my car that I hit something, it wasn't me, it wasn't my lack of coordination, it was something that happened to my car.
Gotcha.
And that's gonna sound like, you know, and that's why I haven't talked about it, is it really doesn't matter, you know, when the police like said, we smell alcohol, and they were like, have you been drinking? I'm like, yes, I had. I'm not gonna lie about it. So here we are, it happened. I made a mistake, it ruined my 4th of July. I learned from it, it'll never happen again.
Exactly.
It'll never happen again, I own it, you know. Right. I think a certain radio personality said about me that I'm completely guileless, and that kind of surprised me because I think I'm kind of sharp. Like, I think I'm kind of, you know,
yeah.
But there are some things that really do kind of go over my head because I'm just honest. I'm just trying to tell the truth. I'm not going to BS you. If I don't know, I'm just going to tell you I don't know. I'm not going to try to, you know, fake my way and tap dance around it. I'm just going to be like, yeah, this is what happened, you know? And that sucked. That was terrible. I stayed in bed and cried the whole next day. I felt like I disappointed a lot of people, including myself. I have said that before. That, yeah, I mean, it's like this is my credibility. This is my ability to talk about anything in the police world ever again. This is my ability to properly advocate for any bar in my district, because people are going to be quick to say, well, there she goes talking about alcohol. You know, there are people right now that get on social media every time I open my mouth and they want to talk about, well, there's the one with the DUI, or she's going for the police so that she doesn't get arrested driving down the street. It'll never happen again.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it happened then was kind of crazy, because normally, you know, I know who I am. If I go out with friends, it's dinner. I'm not I'm not out at 3 o'clock in the morning at the boats. You've never seen me at Style Bar. You've never seen me, I mean, back in the day, you wouldn't have seen me at Coco's or anywhere else.
Exactly.
I enjoy a sense of decorum, but also a joie de vivre. So, okay. But if I'm going out, I have a driver. I've taken a Lyft. I've never not had it since it's been available. I've always had it on my phone. I effed up. I did. It won't happen again.
That's what's up. Well, the thing about it is this: people make mistakes, and if anybody that's watching this now can say they haven't made that mistake, then they are lying.
Well, you know, I had a lot of people that called me immediately, and this is what's interesting when we talk about the vultures. There are people who have been very kind and were like, everybody makes mistakes. You have no idea. You have no idea how many people who were either appointed or elected or working in a high polished capacity that have made the same mistake you have. You'll be okay. Now, the thing is, they all did it before social media, and social media kind of extends people's memories and their ability to get really bold behind a keyboard about stuff. But a lot of people were really, really kind to me about it. But then there have been a few people who've never had a thing to say to me before that were reaching out to me through other people because they wanted to pray with me.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from them before since, but all of a sudden they want me in the front row, front pew at their church.
Well, like I said, sometimes we can do one thing and people can blow it out of proportion and make it way bigger than what it is. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My thing about it is get to know the person and the individual before you go judging on people.
That's usually helpful. You know, I think that a lot of things have happened in the last year that have really surprised people. Like, I mean, starting with the saggy pants legislation. Like, I think there are a lot of people that were surprised that I would take something like that on. And to me, civil liberties seem like a pretty easy fix, you know? Like, there's several directions you can look at it where, of course, I was going to take that on. Like, if you're surprised, cool, I might just keep surprising you, you know? And I think that there's probably some more surprises coming for people. There's this meme. Have you watched The Tiger King?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the guy on the jet ski?
Yes.
All right. I'm just going to let everyone know what a terrible, terrible nerd I am. So I see that meme, and the one that I saw was them, don't come in here on your bullshit. Me coming back in here on my bullshit jet ski. And now that it's like we're doing water sports all summer. Every time I have something to say, it's either gonna be that gif or another one of somebody water skiing.
Yeah.
But I'm on my water ski. I'm on my jet ski all summer.
Hey, that's it.
And I've been saying a lot of stuff that people probably weren't ready for. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Because I got my little flotation vest on. My safety vest, I'm ready to go.
You ready for
I
it?
am.
Well, I think that even though it was a situation, it was a boo boo, it was a hiccup. We make them, but I think that it cleared the way and actually opened a path for you to go ahead and kind of like shake off all the nervousness. Like, I'm out here now.
Right, go hard. It's just like, well, what do I have to lose now? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know,
go hard or go home. Well,
yeah, especially when you've got, I've had some colleagues, we were talking earlier, and I just keep thinking about this, like you were mentioning how some will just kind of tap dance around stuff and never get to the point because they don't know what the point is, or they know what the right thing to do is, and they're going to talk for 15 damn minutes before they actually get to tell you. They're going, I know this is what would be right, and that is what would be right, and this other thing is what would be right. I'm going to talk for 15 minutes and I'm going to do the wrong thing. And I'm just letting y'all know that I'm doing the wrong thing. And the longer they talk, the more you know they're going to do something that runs the opposite of the interests of their community. And it's usually that one that had the most disrespectful crap to say to or about me in meetings and behind my back.
Well, I'll tell you this. This next election coming up, you know, I'm probably going to be hated a little bit because I plan on working with these guys and we want to highlight things that if you are elected for a seat in a certain area and you have responsibility to the area and these are the promises you made, we want to pull up your promises. Let's talk about what happened.
Right.
When we look at your district or your area of the parish or whatever it is, I don't care what it is, you know, mayor, whatever it is. If you make these promises on things that you're going to bring about, somebody got to call you on that. I
have a guy right now who has copied and pasted stuff from my old website when he wasn't satisfied with how something was going. He's like, well, this is what you said, so how are you getting there when we've got this going on? And I'm like, dang. And I'm like, you're right. But the thing is, I can also tell you why I can't actually fix that without doing X, Y, and Z on this. And sometimes it comes down to priorities. But I have to say, I've been consistent. In fact, there's something going on right now to where I looked back at an old meeting where we voted on something that we were talking about a lot right now. And I am like really proud to say I stand by exactly what I said a year ago about that, you know? And I mean, you can ask me what it is if you want, or I won't.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Our police chief that just got certified, we were supposed to give him a full year probationary period before we certified him. So his certification would be September 2020. So I went back and looked at the September 24th, 2019 meeting at my comments. And I'm like, oh, good. Because a lot of people were like, well, why did y'all confirm him in the first place? You had an entire black community and all of these black police saying, please don't do this, but y'all did it anyway. And I'm looking at that and I'm looking at where we are right now and I'm thinking, I still stand by exactly what I said that day. I'm so glad to be this consistent. I'm really glad to know that I wake up every day and I understand my philosophy on what I do and why I do it, and that I can rewind the tape and be like, oh, good. Okay, girl, you're not, all right, we're still there. You're still you. It's really okay.
Well, I know we got certain situations you may not be able to comment on with things that are going on. We've had.
If I've answered it on Kill, I'll answer it for you.
Okay. Well, we got a police chief that's under fire right now because of a young man dying in police custody. A couple of them, and one of them is on tape.
Both of them might be.
I think the other one might be on tape.
Well, there's at least dash cam, most likely.
I heard some, you know, I keep my ears to the streets, and normally I hear a lot of things that people don't quite hear. I don't know, I'm kind of lucky like that. And, but my thing about it is the whole process of how it went down was not done in an orderly fashion. And because it wasn't, it looked like it was a lot of shadiness or some form of crookedness that could have went on. We don't know if it did, but it just didn't look right. And then for the chief to be, he's permanent now, right?
He's permanent.
Yeah.
He's permanent in the middle of all of this.
Yeah, in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
That's kind of, woo.
Hinky.
Very.
I haven't looked up hinky in the Urban Dictionary, but I think it means kind of what it sounds like. You know, it's hinky. And for me, we go back and forth. Like, you have to have respect for the position, even if it's not the person, but I do respect the person. I do respect the position as well. I like having good working relationships with people. I don't want to be in a toxic work environment, especially when we're talking about the health, safety, and welfare of an entire community of like 250,000 people, possibly, hopefully, but whatever the census says. But it makes it hard, and it's very wearing on you, on your energy, when you find out about stuff secondhand. When everybody's got everybody's phone number. We were texting about X, Y, and Z the other day, and y'all never thought to tell us that these things happened, that these big things happened, and then you didn't tell us that you confirmed them, that we had to find out about it, you know, around the way, that we certified this guy when he still had a few months till September before we really needed to do it, while all these other really big things are going on. It's weird. But I'll say this, regardless of what the investigation is talking about with Tommy McLaughlin, my eyes don't deceive me. And I watched that whole thing more than once. In fact, I watched it the first time with my dad because someone sent me the text message of the link. And I'm at my dad's house. And so I'm like, look, and my dad's retired. He's a retired SPD lieutenant, you know. And so we're watching this video, and he's like, he goes, no, it don't take all that. You don't do all that.
Nah.
And he goes, you take control of the situation, or you know, come on. Like, it doesn't take 4 police officers and the taser and the baton, and not just like a hit, not just like a bear hug restraint. And nurses and orderlies in the psych ward do this stuff on a regular basis.
Exactly. With mental case.
And you tase, like when you have people with mental illness. But to tase somebody 10 times.
Yeah. But that one officer just ran in and it said, free punch.
Okay.
I'm just getting here, but I'm going to get me one.
Like we're out here with Johnny Knoxville all of a sudden. Woo-hoo, ready to fight. And it's not funny. But the thing is, they really are coming for him. And it's like, this is a human being who was trying to break into a car. They're treating him like a wild dog.
So they say.
Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly. But when you pop off a taser 10 times, do you know that these modern day tasers are set for like 50,000 volts?
Oh man, I know.
5 seconds each time. That's almost a full minute. Google electric chairs. Google electric chair voltage.
Wow.
I'm not okay. I haven't slept right in 2 weeks. And the thing is, the investigation is going to tell what it tells. I think there's going to be more coming out than that.
My thing is this, and this was mentioned to me. Somebody that's and he's FBI out of Atlanta. We were talking with a friend of mine, and he was telling me that, you know, he said it's been, and this because he knows people here as well. He said it's been several stories that have came up about different things that happened in Shreveport that, you know, probably should have been investigated. And I know that a lot of people know this. A lot of people won't say anything. We're kind of one of those communities where, you know, the police is the police. So we just ride with the situation. It's hard
because when you're critical of the police, people decide that you're anti-police.
That's true.
And believe me, that is not the case for me. Serve and protect, like I grew up with that. Like I grew up with a dad that worked graveyards, and so I kissed him on the cheek every night before he left for work, knowing from a very young age that he might not come back, you know?